Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're having a quick look on accepting that it is done. So when we're manifesting anything, and we're always manifesting right now in this minute, we want to come into a conscious creation, which means that we are consciously choosing to accept that it is done, whatever it is that we are creating. So from that point, when we come into that acceptance and we use the affirmation to maybe create the belief, it's really a mindset thing then to gear ourselves into the mentality of maintaining and sustaining it. So when we're creating anything in our life, we're doing it because we want to maintain and sustain it. And when we can think about things that we want to be thinking about them in an intentional way rather than a wishful way. So usually when we think of it from a wishful way, we, as I said in the last video, we're kind of relying more on the thing actually not materializing. So we're believing more on it not actually materializing, and that's where the kind of wishful thinking comes in. But nothing is wishful thinking when we are intentional with what we are doing. So the first thing to do is to understand that when you consciously have an idea of a desire, it means that that's actually the start of it manifesting. So you've downloaded that kind of desire in your mindset, you've decided it's something you want to experience, and then you kind of get your mind geared towards actually materializing it into your world. So when you come into that kind of first step, you get clear on what it is that you're manifesting. Now, I know that when I'm manifesting, I might have a kind of a specific maybe outcome or a specific thing that I am manifesting, but it doesn't mean that I'm always specifically affirming in that kind of way. And what I mean by that is that, you can be manifesting money, and you can have a specific kind of number in your mind, but your affirmations don't necessarily have to be on the actual amount, because sometimes when we actually just focus on the amount, it can cause a little bit of kind of, wavering, because we may not believe that we are able to manifest maybe €1 million or dollars or whatever in the moment. But when we actually use affirmations of wealth, we're building a mindset. We know the goal, we don't have to keep repeating ourselves that it's going to be 1 million, 2 million, whatever it is that we're creating. But we keep the mindset on the kind of wealth that we are able to maintain and sustain in our life. So we get clear on the outcome. Then we get into the mindset of creating just wealth affirmations. As I say, they don't have to be so specific. They just have to imply that you're a wealthy person, that you live your life in a wealthy way, that you're fulfilled, you're satisfied, you're secure, you're safe. All of these kind of affirmations that you would have, this mentality that you would have if you were someone who was, financially secure, financially free to do and live and travel and experience life the way that you desire to experience. So you cultivate this kind of mindset, and this is cultivating the mindset then of the acceptance of it is done as well too. Because, if you actually manifested the money in the instant, you're going to have to get your mind in a way to actually manage it, to know what you're going to do with it, rather than kind of not knowing what to do with it and then kind of flittering it all away. So when you're building your mindset in this way, that is the step towards accepting that it is done as well too. So when we're actually creating a different mindset and reprogramming, the repetition is to reprogram the mindset. It doesn't mean we have to have the same affirmations every single day. I mean, we can if it works, but affirmations, for me, I think work better when they're more kind of believable in a way that we can incorporate them into our daily routine and know that they are something that is happening or going to happen or is just around the corner. So when we use affirmations that work best for us, they actually have a better kind of way of creating the mindset and sustaining and maintaining the proper mindset for whatever it is that we are manifesting. It's like if you're manifesting a relationship, you're going to have a mindset that is in a relationship. So it's all the thoughts, all the mindset, all the actions and behaviors that you would have throughout your day geared towards what you would be doing if you were as part of a couple. So when we're creating affirmations, it's just to create affirmations that work best for you. So this means that they do not have to be the exact same all the time. They just have to all kind of imply the same same thing. So when you're wording your affirmations, the only thing you kind of want to be looking out for is that they're positive and that they're kind of more present moment rather than in the future. So rather than saying, I will do this, it'll be just saying, I am doing this. So, things that are kind of just a little kind of different wording like this can be more kind of powerful in how they actually be imprinted into our mind. So when we get that kind of clear, then we have the clarity on what it is that we're manifesting. We have the specific thing that we're manifesting because we've written it down, so we know what it is. We can look at it every day. We don't have to affirm it every day, but we do want to be keeping our mindset in the kind of, maintaining and sustaining mindset of this thing. So once we get into that knowing, that is when the awareness comes in throughout the day. The awareness is when we are falling into the old story and we're having negative thoughts and assumptions about what it is. So we're contradicting that this is not done. And when we start to notice that we do that, that is when we stop ourselves and we come in with the mentality of, no, look at it. It's happening right now. I am able to afford this thing. I am able to create this wealth. I have a money mindset. I am a good money manager. I'm financially free. I am secure in my wealth. And then you kind of come in with that little mentality. You do a little bit of self-regulation, whatever that is, because it's always, always, always so important to feel safe in your body. When you feel safe in your body, you're kind of emitting that into your subconscious mind as well too, that nothing is kind of triggering you. So when something comes up that maybe implies that you are not able to attract this kind of thing into your reality, your nervous system you'll feel it in your nervous system first. And so when that happens, that is when you kind of do a little bit of self-regulation. You bring yourself back in and say, no, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm strong. This is inevitable. This is happening. And it kind of helps you then to actually overcome then what you were kind of negatively spiraling in the moment. In that moment, as I say, when you do the repetition of that is what is actually training the mind to actually not be triggered about anything that comes along further down the road. And then you overcome it quicker and quicker, and then you're kind of closer to whatever it is that you are manifesting. So you accept that it's done, you have your clear intention, and it's not wishful thinking because you're being intentional about the outcome, which means that you are believing in the purpose of the outcome being realized. And so then once you get all of that kind of in alignment in throughout your day, you can ask yourself then, okay, so what kind of behaviors and actions would I be doing if I was this person who had what it is that I want? So maybe you are somebody who is, maybe attracting in new jobs, new opportunities, new relationships or whatever. So you can ask yourself then in your day, is there anything that you could actually do that would imply that you were moving your energy around? So this could mean that you maybe decide that rather than actually, sitting at home all the time and just thinking about this job or opportunity coming to me, maybe I'll just go out for a walk, or maybe I'll just, go and join a new group, or I maybe go sit in the library and study something, because I'll be out of my actual home environment and in a kind of a social environment, which is opening me up to opportunities. And these little kind of actions and behaviors cultivated over a period of time in a consistent manner with your thoughts and with your intention is creating a sustainable way and a healthy way for you to materialize whatever it is that you are desiring. So all of these kind of things are, building you up within, as in the Bible where it says, may you have peace within your walls and security within your towers. So you build that kind of security and peace within you because you're building that faith and that trust within you by putting yourself in this kind of mentality and in this healthy way of experiencing your reality while you are manifesting what it is that you want. So the first thing is to know that it is done. And as you accept that it is done, then you kind of get into your actions, your thoughts, your behaviors, anything that is actually helping you to live a better kind of healthier life along the way as you are consciously creating what it is that you are attracting. So I just thought I would do a video on the kind of whole way of how we accept that it is done. Sometimes it's not just as simply just saying, okay, it's done and then that's it, because if we're first into this, sometimes it is as simple as doing that. However, if we don't keep our mind on top of what it is that we are creating, and we don't if we allow ourselves to dwell on negativity and in possible kind of outcomes, then that will kind of help bring us down and spiral. So it's better to accept that it's done, change the mindset with healthy new thoughts, get ourselves geared into a healthy way of living in routines and habits, self-regulation. What actions, what things can I do that is actually going to gear me towards maintaining and sustaining this thing that is done in my reality. So I will leave that video there. If you have any questions, you can comment down below and I will chat to you soon.